Hello, everyone. I think this time you guys can hear me. I can hear myself. It's wonderful. Good to see everybody. 11111. 111. There you go. No, maybe it's just my headphones right there. A little bit up right here. There we go. That's a good volume, right? You guys can hear perfect. Welcome to Simulation Talk 332. Welcome everybody on TikTok. Today we also there you go. Is this too much or is this good? How does it sound on YouTube? What up, Jessica? What up, Terry? CRPS. Angel of Hope. I love it. Conduit of Catalyst. Yeah, I know the volume on TikTok sounds always pretty good. Aaron, how are you, my brother? I'm asking on YouTube. Guru, how are you, my friend? Thank you so much for always being here. Yeah, if you guys on YouTube can tell me if this volume is too much. Sounds great. Never too much. No, it can be overbearing. So I'm glad it sounds good. Casey, how you doing, my man? Okay, so let's jump right into it. Because after this, we have the weekly members live, which I'm very excited about. Always fun to dive more deeply into subjects. So let's see what we can cover until we're jumping into that one. And if you're not a member, you should become a member so you get access to this. In about an hour, we're going to be jumping into that one. Good to see everybody. How are you, Jessica? Great to see you. Let me see. I don't know if it's well, I guess I'll see it tomorrow on YouTube and or tonight, and I'll decide if this is too much. Okay. Kami Betta's in the house. So good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Let me also open the group on Discord. Wait, what is this? You know, sometimes I wake up super early in the morning, like 4 a.m., and I have these like ideas for something to write, and I write it down because it's the brain interacting with some kind of a hyperspace of awareness, and it's really cool. And then sometimes I write it in my notes, and I'm looking down the notes. I'm like, what is this comment? What does that mean? Starting the stage now. So if you guys want to come on Discord, Casey's in the house. How are you, my brother? Always sending you an invite just in case. You're not obligated, of course. Never Tools, Christus. Again, guys, just raise your hand if you want to be on, and I'll bring you to the chat. Why is it not going? Oh, that's why.
Hey.
How you doing, brother?
Good. I gotta fix my audio real quick.
Sure. Fourth dimension. Okay. Thank you, Guru, for sharing Matty Moose's hot sauce. Yeah, if you guys want to donate or order the hot sauce from my friend Matty, they are raising to help their child heal and go through all the necessary operations. So I'll share that link later. But today, what up, Ghost? Oh, Ghost was not. Okay. Great topics that I'm seeing here. To get your PhD, you have to do DMT. Listen, this should be a t-shirt. You know what, Ghost? I don't know if you're on right now, but if we make this shirt and people really love it, I'll definitely share proceeds with you. It's gonna be great. Let me actually put it down. That's great. Core. What up, Brendan? April, Ariel. Hello back to Argentina. Love Argentina, even though I've never been there. Just all the people that I met from Argentina are cool. What up, Nico? How you doing, brother? Okay. I think we're gonna thank you so much for the likes. Hola. Hola, señor. How you doing, Never Tools? Good to see you here. Maibo said your food. Oh, good. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see what we can get into. Once again, just going to remind you, thank you so much for the likes, brother, that I'm encouraging more conversations about the human condition, what it's like to be us. Is it good? Is it bad? Why? How do you feel? It might be something about, thank you so much, my brother, something about world events, how it makes you feel, less about the event, more about how it makes you feel, or certain situations you might have encountered, your interaction with people, how that went. Maybe you want us all collectively deliberating on particular ways of being. Anything that has to do with the component of human experience, I encourage in these conversations. And we, of course, will undoubtedly drift into other topics, philosophical, scientific, and psychedelic. But that's the nature of the game. But at least if we focus on these more human-based subjects, it might be interesting to explore. Don't know what those mean. Can we talk about CRPS a little more? Because it turns out that it's just a rewiring, it's a miswiring or something, and then neurotransmitters. I mean, to say just is not is to say a lot, right? We can absolutely talk about this more. I know very little about it. CRPS. Let's see. Let me actually work with ChatGPT for this one. Let's see how fast we can get to something. So first of all, let's understand the condition better. Let's go to a new chat. You are a medical expert, especially in rare conditions. Please explain to me exactly what CRPS is but keep the explanation one paragraph long for now, with the most amount of information you can give me. Crucial information you can give me. Okay. Especially in. Okay, here we go. Boom. Let's see what it says. What up, C4I4CTUS? Every time I hear the word just, my ears perk up. Exactly. Nothing is just. I feel like I'm fighting with my ego right now. It's trying to bend my back into someone I used to be soft. Like my anxiety that feels made up all is attacking me. So first of all, I'm sorry you're going through this. Secondly, maybe a physical quick reset might be good. So something like a deep breath and just pause. Just allow that to be for a second before you even continue with anything else while we're reading this. Complex regional pain syndrome is a rare chronic neurological condition characterized by severe persistent pain that is disproportionate to the original injury and typically affects one limb, arm, leg, hand, or foot. It is believed to result from dysfunction in both the central and peripheral nervous systems, leading to abnormal inflammatory, and symptomatic nerve responses. Symptoms often include burning or stabbing pain, extreme sensitivity, allodynia, changes in skin color and temperature, swelling, altered hair or nail growth, and stiffness or motor impairment. CRPS has two types: type 1, without confirmed nerve injury, and type 2, with no nerve damage. Early diagnosis and aggressive treatment, aggressive treatment using physical therapy, pain management, and sometimes medications targeting nerve functions are crucial to prevent long-term disability, as the condition can spread or become resistant to treatment over time. Is it purely neurological, as in only in the brain, or does it also have physical origins? First of all, just so you guys know, ChatGPT thinks it's an excellent question. Okay, so I love how it always butters you up. And the answer is both. Ding, 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 ding. CRPS is not purely neurological in the sense of being only in the brain. It's neuroinflammatory disorder involving complex interplay between neurons, the nervous system, immune system, and vascular system. Aha. Here's how it works in essence. After an injury, even a minor one, the body's normal healing response becomes dysregulated. The peripheral nerve is the affected area, send exaggerated pain signals to the spinal cord and brain, while the central nervous system amplifies them. Misprocesses whatever word those signal. It misprocesses those signals. At the same time, local inflammation and changes in blood flow occur, leading to visible physical changes such as redness, swelling, temperature differences, and altered skin textures or hair growth. The sympathetic nervous system then gets locked into a feedback loop and that maintains. Oh, there's no end. That maintains both the pain and the physical symptoms. So CRPS has tangible physical origins in the injured tissue and nerves, but it becomes self-perpetuating through maladaptive brain and nerve signals, effectively bridging both body and brain. If somebody's wondering why I'm having such a hard time reading it, I am not kidding. I actually have dyslexia, and when I get tired, or even when my brain gets later in the day, it actually becomes worse. So literally, it would change how words look. So apologies for that, but that's my brain. Okay. Let ChatGPT glaze you. Yeah, I know. I just thought all my questions are amazing. So, first of all, CRPS, Angel of Hope. Would you like us to call you by your name? What's your name? I have fallen in love with an American man. It is wild. I think. Wait, what are you talking about? You're in love again, Terry? Well, that is exceptional. That's amazing. Man, what a wonderful news all around. Yeah, don't forget to smash the like button if you guys are on here. And if you want to help our Twitch grow, please go to LaserX83 on Twitch. LaserX83, and it will help our Twitch channel grow as well. So it's not that clear what the shrooms are doing, John Doe. It is true that it seems to be treating some disorders if you get to certain states with therapy. I don't know if we know enough about it to say that it rewires the brain. Might be, but I certainly would recommend to at least try. But yeah, see. Oh, nice. So Tash is the name of CRPS. So in any case, I will wait for some responses. First of all, is yours induced by an injury, or was it something you were born with, or you think you can fall in love with robots these days, Nico? I mean, if they look like what you send me, I get it. I wonder if dyslexia helps see the code more clearly. More clear, maybe. Clear litter. I don't know where I would be from, but just wondering what. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Have you ever heard of the language that this I think is a girl created during COVID called Toki Pona?
No, but I get it. She was really bored. What? So what is the deal?
It's a language that only consists of 120 words, and it's interesting.
All right.
It's all about trying to create context with a simple base vocabulary, and but it allows a lot of subjective context creation by each person that's reading it. It's just kind of interesting to see how this person created a language with only 120 words. I don't know if it would be better or worse, though. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Better or worse than what? And for what?
Well, like the Greeks, ancient Greeks had like 1.5 million words, and they created civilizations. I hope 120 words is like going the opposite direction or not.
Oh, I see. Also, I actually don't know this. Let me see. First of all, there's a single answer how many words in English language. Depends on the counting method. Estimated range from over 1 million words when including all scientific, technical, and archaic terms is about 170,000 words for those currently in common use. But it's about 1 million words. And you said Greek, ancient Greece, you said, or?
That's about 1.5 million words.
Right. And I'm sure, let's see about Russian.
Hebrew's got hundreds, 100,000s range.
Okay. Interesting. So English has more than Russian, it seems. And then I know that because of the system, the Chinese language has like crazy. It's also Japanese, but it's like separated in a different way. Okay, what about Japanese? Okay, so Japanese even like it has 500,000 like in use. It definitely has more. So here's the interesting part. It's not so much in the number of words, even though those matter to some degree. It's in the language's ability to create new sounds and words in a way that is intuitive and continuous to the meaning creation of that language. That's what makes it universal and better, so to speak. Now, I'm pretty sure that certain languages specialize more in different things depending on the kind of feelings that people tend to feel in that culture. I like English, for example. English kind of feels like a race car to me. Like you can do a lot of really cool, fast things. Russian is really good at describing very profundity. That's like Russian is really good about that. Hebrew is really great at encoding all kinds of hidden messages. It's kind of amazing in that regard. It's more like a mathematical framework. And in fact, in Gematria, that's basically what it does. It translates between numbers and letters, and it's like embedded in the language itself. I wonder if the language you created is even universal. Also, somebody says, my boy is saying it has more words now, actually. I would assume so if it's a language that is evolving. What's the name of the language?
Toki Pona.
Toki Pona language.
Tokipona.
Tokipona.
Yeah.
Yeah, see it. Translates as the language of good. Oh, that's cute. Philosophical and artistic constructed language designed for its small vocabulary, simplicity, and ease of acquisition. It was created by a Canadian translator and polyglot Songa Leng Sonja Leng with the stated purpose of simplifying her thoughts and communication. The first drafts were published online in 2001, while the complete form was published in the 2014 book Tokipona. The language of good refers to the Lipupu in Tokipona. Lang also released a supplementary dictionary. The Tokipona dictionary refers to as Lipuku. I don't know what that means. Describing the language as used by its community of speakers. A third book was released. Okay, cool. So first of all, it's back way before the pandemic, which is still very, very cool. I really like the concept. I would love to look into this. Wait, so what are is there like examples or something? Oh, okay. So it is written in regular English letters. It's just the way it's used, right?
They use runic symbols, I think, for each word, but you can write it in English too, the letters, I believe.
Oko, okay, A-E. Got it. Interesting. Yeah, definitely would be something cool to kind of look into. Just language development in general and meaning production is fascinating. Okay, I'll look deeper into it, and then we can maybe have a deeper chat about it.
Yeah, I was just I don't know what a friend mentioned it, but it just happened to recently be watching a video talking about how awareness begins, like some guy's theory of awareness, and I started thinking about how our awareness links to the code, and I don't know, yeah, just starting to think about that.
Sure.
How the code and our awareness may link and then connect. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's look into it. Before you jumped on, there's something that G4 was saying. I'm just wondering what I can do since I'm stuck. Wait, no. Oh, I'm stuck in tech school right now for the Air Force. What you can do about anxiety? Again, if you stuck in like training, the only way to alleviate it pretty quickly is to find some embodying practice. That's why I offered to breathe, because that's a really good embodying practice. There's many others, but I would look into tapping, breath work. So tapping is as simple as just tapping yourself. Like try it now. Just tap your forehead gently. Do it now. And then tap your right here, the cheekbones, and then lower and temples. Top of your head. I'm just giving you you don't have to do it that quickly. You can stay on each area a little longer. Back of your head. And then chest, very important, chest. And on the chest, you can go a little harder. Like you want to feel it. That actually puts you back in the body. That actually calms the system down. Because a lot of the stress usually comes from the brain just getting into a feedback loop, and you're just like spinning out of control in the head. But if you bring yourself to the body, it'll alleviate some of that. That's why working out works as well. I would do that to start. And also thank you so much for the gift. You like the Farsi? Persian. You say Iranian, sure, but it's the Farsi language. Farsi is spoken by many people and nobody is speaking about it. Very true. We need to create a new language when AI starts taking over. AI is not going to be separate from you. Watch. CRPS saying obsessed with Hebrew. Do you speak it? And Based saying Brian Johnson did 5 grams of shrooms today publicly. Yeah, I saw. Super great. I got TRPS after operations for carpal tunnel on my hands. Spread full body in a year. Man, that's so terrible. I'm sorry you're going through this. He said he's doing 5 grams a month. Cool. We should give him the laser experiment to do while he's scanning his brain. Disease, but there's always hope. I also have hope. What up, Yoni? Brendan saying military definitely gave him anxiety for years. I mean, it will do that for sure. PJ Uber Morgan saying, is there any truth to manifesting reality, though visualization? And to what extent are there any limits? Definitely think there's truth to it. There's definitely limitations, of course. I would say the clearer you can see it and the longer you can hold it in your attention, the faster it will manifest.
Yeah, was the thing, when you can see it with crystal clarity in your heart, it will manifest.
I love that. What up? I never know how to pronounce it, but Higonix? How do you pronounce, I guess, GH in this case? Higonix. How you doing, brother? Also, Johnny, how are you? If you guys want to come on and chat, just bring up, raise your hand and I'll bring you up. Love writing Hebrew, don't speak it. I try. But do you understand it if you're writing it? Even thinking in those patterns, music theory like, but more do wonders, research it. Yeah, I agree. Fully agree. I want to speak mushroom. That's great. Shrooms can talk. I wonder what would happen if you put a raw biofeedback from the same cluster so you can physically hear its electrical field. That is really cool. You should try it. I used to be in an electric wheelchair, got out of that, so progress slowly. What did you do to get out of it? Hebrew came to you through channeling, I guess. Didn't learn it. But do you understand it? Just really interesting to me. Human first, baby. We did laser experiment here at the Bufut Sanctuary with 5-MeO and NN, but we didn't really see anything. Saw it manifesting, but it was so hard to focus. Yeah, that would be an impediment. I only tried it with 5-MeO, but they did both. Interesting. So yeah, that would be one definite hurdle to clear, especially if it's very hard to focus. And this is why seeing the code requires for you to first be really comfortable in that state. Similar to light language. Interesting. Yeah, feel free, and also Brendan, definitely check out my troubleshoot video, short video that I made. This one, people say it is helpful, so use it. It's simple, but people say it really helps them. So it's my help. There you go. I just shared it here. Oh, thank you so much, Guru. Appreciate you. And then in the beginning, it makes it easier for people to see. But with 5, you can see it clear. What's the mechanism of manifesting, in your opinion? I think it has something to do with the underlying fields that pick up on intention and emotion. Those are the two steering mechanisms. So how much emotional drive you have towards it and how clearly you can see it is kind of like how the informational pattern can coalesce and can come into fruition into your world line, basically. This is broad strokes, but that's how I believe it works. I do understand it. Layered question is like seeing the code. Interesting. I don't understand the code. Yeah, so if you're super comfortable with NN, definitely do it with NN first. You don't so much understand or read the code. I have a lot to learn though. Yeah, no, I don't have the first clue what the code is even.
Were you familiar with Japanese katakana before you saw the code?
I mean, I know of Japanese language, of course. What do you mean?
Oh, just like the glyphs or the symbols for katakana. You've been exposed to it before you've seen the code in the laser.
Good to see you, Trish. Of course, I was familiar with the language. Again, I think I'm confused by the question. Like, yeah, like
Well, yeah. So like I'm wondering so I know what Hebrew letters look, but I don't katakana looks like. But I do see symbols that look similar to Hebrew, but I didn't really register anything as katakana because it wasn't in my
yeah. Look,
whatever yet. So I'm just curious.
I think with time it becomes clearer and clearer, and when it's still kind of vague in the beginning of your journey with it, it feels like it's more of like Asian origin of some sort, but not quite. I guess I can see why people would see it as Sanskrit sometimes, but now it's clear to me that a lot of it looks like kind of like Hebrew, which again, it's not that surprising just because, not just to me, by the way, it's not that surprising just because there's, one of the theories, like Bentov's theory, is that actually Hebrew letters, they're not just letters in a language, they're actually energetic arrangements. That's actually what the energetic flow looks like. And the characters just mimic that. It's almost like the language the universe speaks, so to speak. So if any of this is true, this is not surprising. But I also see other kind of characters there. Some of them actually, one of them that I definitely identified that multiple people reported. I'll send it to you right after the live. Haley from the extended state in Colorado, she drew it, and other people drew something very similar. I would say that one is definitely there, identifiably so. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Trish. I appreciate the gift. Thank you so much, everybody who liked. And no matter where you are, if you want to like the live, it definitely helps the chat. John is saying, have you tried relating the laser? Rotating the laser at a particular RPM? Yeah. Can someone it doesn't do much. Can someone with photographic memory draw out what they saw? Yeah, we spoke about this before. To the best of my knowledge, photographic memory is not a real thing. Or to be more accurate, there's very few people on the planet possessing the actual skill, as in like you can count them on two hands, I think. I'm exaggerating, of course, but very, very small number of people. And usually they are kind of like savants or people who can't communicate very well. So is it possible to get someone who's like not as good as a savant, but good enough to be able to do it? I'm sure we can find them, but I think I want to push more towards the scientific method and find a method by which we can actually replicate this across the board without the need for people with special skills. There's nothing wrong with focusing on trying to bring people with special skills, but you're gonna encounter the reporting problem. Like they because they bring their own biases into the picture. The way to smoothen out biases is have as many people report on it as possible. So either you do that, have develop a method in which you standardize the way we're observing it and reporting it, or you find a way to record it without the need of a person, like with a camera somehow. Those are the only two viable options, if you ask me. If you want to be confident about what we're saying about it. Is there any connection or manifesting to the code? Wait. Oh, between manifesting and the code must be if it really is coding reality. So we don't, to be clear, we're not sure that it's coding reality. We're calling it the code of reality because it's kind of just the first impression of it, right? It's kind of like seeming like a self-executing code doing something and seems to be pretty fundamental. We don't know it's actually doing that. A lot of things to be determined, so we're not really sure. We know it seems to be some kind of a structure that is just there. That's all we know. You haven't met anyone else that and also it was I forget actually the name of it. So what is your name, CRPS, so we can call you by name? It's weird that I'm calling you by the condition you have. I don't want to do that because words are spells. Yoni saying like an elephant. I wonder if defined as photographic. Wait, like an elephant. I wonder if defined as photographic. So fascinating. My memory is a course just saying? Elephants have photographic memory? I know they say elephants have good memories. I don't think we know that elephants have photographic memory. P.S. Are these different sets of this code for different layers of reality? Would be cool if one is like Hebrew, another like runes. Yeah, very possible. Very, very, very possible. Because all the light languages that people share with me, which I believe a big portion of those is real, they don't look like what we see in the laser. But I think they're real. So I think you're exactly right. There's many different layers. Thoughts on 3i Atlas? I actually don't have any. I don't particularly. I follow data, and for me, it's like I'm all on board with it being amazing and aliens and everything, and I'm totally on board with it being a rock, depending on what we actually observe. Anybody here has any news? I'm not really following. You guys know? Pleasure to meet you, Natasha. Are you Russian? No. Words are spells. You mentioned once there is people that can see the code without the molecule. How's that possible? I don't know. Maybe because they are more sensitive to these kind of the space from which we're seeing the vantage point from which we're gaining access to it. No, Russian, cool. And you said you are in New Zealand or Australia? I think New Zealand is what you said. A giraffe lady. My friend is the realm. Told me not to try and see the code. All right. A giraffe lady. Is that how you call your friend? So nobody has any update on 3i Atlas? I truly don't know. I'm asking. Let's see. What is
latest update on 3i Atlas is that it has begun releasing multiple jet streams from it.
24 hours ago, 3i Atlas caught NASA and Congress off guard. That's so great. Oh, great. I don't know if this is 2 days ago. So we have our good friend, what's his name? Anton Petrov did a video 2 days ago, and the title is 3i Atlas got even stranger on the closest approach. Sounds promising, but he also is known, admittedly, to do a lot of what are they called? What are they called when they misadvertise the title? Clickbait. There you go. He's known for that as well. So let's see. Let's find out. You think the code thing could be related to the observer effect? I think that the observer effect is widely misunderstood. That will be my response to that. The observer effect is not what most people think it is. You do not collapse the wave function or your observation, to be clear. But to be fair, I wouldn't put it outside of the realm of possibilities that there might be something about a quantum state that is pre-classical physics that somehow you're gaining access to when you're doing the molecule. So that I would absolutely think that maybe there's something there actually. Click Bay. I like that even more. I've seen it without the substance, no the code, but different places and people. What do you mean? I've seen it without the substance, not the code, but different places and people. You mean you've like seen visions of this, or like I don't mean like what you saw is fake. I just mean like you had an observation of something that wasn't there in front of you physically. Interesting. Perhaps there is an effect if you write it yourself. That's a good observation. I don't know. Maybe you're right. If we can mimic exactly what it looks like, it's very hard. John Hickson has been keeping tabs on 3i Atlas and has daily papers on LinkedIn. He believes it is antimatter. Qua? So I'll help you. It can't be antimatter because they would annihilate its entire environment there. The definition of antimatter is that the second it comes in contact with any matter, it explodes, it releases the most amount of energy that anything can release in the universe. Something the size of that, I don't have the idea of the calculation in front of me, but my intuition would be that something of the scale of what they're describing 3i Atlas to be, if it would be an antimatter piece, if it would reach our regions, which is filled with regular matter, it would create probably the equivalent explosion to a supernova. So I don't think that's doable. Also, who is John Hickson? Hold on. Or he means something else, because that's the definitely antimatter has these properties. John Hickson. Who is he again? Business development partner, Vanguard. Is that the guy? Is he really known, or John Hickson? 3i Atlas. I see LinkedIn. Hickson's. Okay. Who is he? What is his profession? Let me look at the. Actually, in the members live, we should definitely watch Anton's video. It's not long. Then we can kind of see what's going on there. I'm genuinely interested. People begrudgingly messaged me saying that I'm trying, denying amazing claims about 3i Atlas. I'm like, I'm not denying anything, man. I would love it for it to be aliens. I'm just gonna wait for the data to tell me that that's what's the case. If you use a microscope or magnifying glass, does the code get bigger? Yes, absolutely. We didn't try with a microscope, and we keep saying we're gonna try it. I guess it's not that easy, huh? But we should. Let me put it in my story. Let me put it here. Experiments. There you go. Microscope. Thank you for reminding me. Not known. Oh, wait, there's a lot of comments. Let me. I can send you the link. I saved it. Should I send it to you? Yeah, if you can send it to me directly, Terry. Similar to positrons. So positrons are not antimatter. Those are electrons that are with a positive charge, which are basically electron moving back in time. There's a oh wait, sorry. Positrons. I'm just checking everything because of apologies. Positrons are antimatter. But there was a distinction between moving backwards and forward in time and antimatter in one critical way. That's why. Yeah, we're listening. Gamma rays. there was one distinction, and that was actually the key in these things. These are two different interpretations. Yeah, okay. So there is some instances of antimatter being interpreted as matter going back in time, according to Feynman diagrams, which is a positron will be one of them. But there's a key distinction in hold on, I gotta find this point. By interaction in reverse, it looks like this is the problem with not swimming in these waters on a regular basis. There's so many little details. Same mass, opposite charges. But the opposite charges can be interpreted as moving back in time. Fundamental definition of antimatter is not that it has the same mass as its matter counterpart, but its opposite electric charge and other quantum numbers. Time direction for the antimatter particle, it is still moving forward in its own timeline, just as the matter particles is moving forward in its timeline. It's the relationship between the two that is described as reversal of time, right? But there was another distinction: overall universe. This interpretation does not mean that all matter in the universe is moving backwards in time. Well, while a single particle behavior can be described this way, the overall universe continues to move forward in time. Okay, and I'll find it because the reason that I'm being so I'm getting stuck on this is because there's a distinction there that makes all the difference in the world for the ability to interact in regions where there's a lot of matter. Yes. Last question: did you ever watch the laser without the molecule, then taking it a while, still looking? Yeah, it just kind of dissipates. If you keep looking at it, it just kind of dissipates. It just goes away. And then when you smoke it, it's just like, it just comes into view. Random dude. How many milligrams of NN is good for the experiment? And how much bufo? It's not so. I don't think you need much to see it. Could this quantum realm be a possible source of free will, or rather something not determined? The short answer to my mind is no. There's nothing that can give you free will in the coherent framework. I really see that the free will thing really bothers people. Like, people don't want to let go of it. It's really funny. I mean, not funny if it really disturbs you, but I did not expect it to be such a big sticking point. People, not everybody, and I'm not saying you're doing that, but I did notice in my conversations that people get pretty adamant about it. They're defending their right for free will no matter what. They would do anything to keep it alive. We joked about using magnifying glass. Didn't know it actually helps. Yeah, it does. Of course. Anyways, I would love to see what happens with 3i Atlas. I mean, if it is the most exciting thing, if it is aliens, this would be amazing. John Doe saying, I believe our pineal gland and the red light create a projected synergy that may be more due to the heart's electric field also doing this. Substance amplifies the it, maybe so much that the different realities become their coded versions. Love the theory, awaiting the data, like with everything else. It's nuts, but makes sense. He's actually trying to get somebody to notice his papers. He says that NASA is going to use him later. They just don't know it. Yeah, that does not sound like the rambling of a mad person, Terry. You've been in contact with him? Man, These utterances definitely belong in a schizophrenic ramble bin. Not gonna lie. Free will and idealism seem highly compatible. Only in the sense that the universal mind can be described to have the freedom of the will of its current state, with the caveat that the current state has to be what it is because the universe it is what it is. And therefore, it's not really free, it's just a state of affairs. And also, Nico is saying, unfortunately, 3i Atlas appears to be an interstellar comet. Do you have any actual like data news on that? I can't wait to see what Petrov has to say about it, because he's very, like science, like scientific. I want to see what he has to say about that. Thank you, Guru. So we don't have free will. If we don't have free will, people are fighting for their illusion of having free will. Just free will. I spent hours on the subject, so we're not going to get into it now because we're also going to jump into the weekly live in a moment. But free will is by itself is an incoherent concept. It can't mean what people think it means. And I'll leave it at that. I know it's annoying, but I spoke about this for hours. So if you check out my Third Eye, Guru, if you can drop it here, I would appreciate it. But Third Eye Drops podcast, go to the end of our conversation. We talked about free will quite a bit. I sent John Nixon a message to join here. And I also sent you an email with the link to the 3i Atlas. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much for joining from Twitch. Shay. But what is about the inner torment when deciding something? Is it also part of predetermined path? You're actually, I would claim it's just a wiggle. It's just an experience that you have. But the choice is not referring to your story about the choice that was made. It's referring to what you believe yourself to be actually making that choice. That instance doesn't exist, or I'm claiming doesn't exist. Did anyone feel shift about 10 minutes ago? Something just hit me weird like an acid flashback. No. I hope you're okay, brother. Yeah, check out the pod. Good, Ciela. Let me put it here. And then let me copy. Boom. There you go. That's the chat. That's the pause. Okay, we're going to jump on the weekly live with members only. So if you guys are not members on YouTube on Dango Thoughts, go become a member now, because we have a weekly live for members only that we do once a week on Sundays. And this time we're going to talk about 3i Atlas, it seems, a little bit of free will, and there's another interesting portion of analysis of idealism that I want to bring up, and how it can all kind of tie together to what we're experiencing. And in that live, we don't really have any commercials, and we can stream things from other channels without the fear of interruption. So it's a lot of fun because we share ideas and we watch videos and we talk about it. And it's a lot more intimate because there's not as many people, and I get to interact with everybody personally. And you can come on and chat on Discord, and it's a lot of fun. So go to Dango Thoughts on YouTube now, DANGO Thoughts on YouTube. Become a member and you'll get access to it. We'll start in about 15 minutes. If you want to follow me across all platforms, Danny Goller on Instagram and TikTok. Oh, before I do all this, I do want to do this. It takes just 2 minutes more, but it's super important that we do this. And already a lot of money is being raised, and this is for an incredible cause. I just want to mention this one more time. A good friend of mine, Maddie, they started a GoFundMe page because they had their second born child. Their son, baby James, was born with a rare condition of the brain is super inflamed, so it like pushes against the brain. There's a liquid in the middle of the brain, pushes against the outer regions of the brain to the skull. So they had to drain his the baby, after 2 days after he was born, they had to put a shaft in the middle of the brain, drain the liquid, and it's a very tricky procedure, and it went well. He's okay, but what happens now is in the next 5 years, he's probably going to have to go through different procedures and a lot of therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and even with the insurance, which of course they have, they're responsible people, they still should be expecting to pay quite a bit. So they started a GoFundMe page, and I love raising awareness for things like this. Aside from the fact that Maddie is a good friend of mine, I also think it's an incredible way of, if you have an extra $5 for a coffee, putting it towards helping a child grow healthily. It's incredible, and this is a real thing. I know Maddie very well, known him for years. Let me share it here. This is his GoFundMe page. So sharing it on YouTube now. And I'll even put it here on TikTok, even though you don't have an ability to click on a hyperlink, but I guess you can read it and then use it. And this is the GoFundMe page. Another way you can support Maddie and his family is that he is a small business owner. He makes incredible, and I am not saying this just because of the situation and just because he's a friend of mine. I am telling you, you will not be disappointed. He makes the best hot sauce ever, and he just kind of went commercial a year ago. I remember when he was growing these peppers in his backyard and cooking everything in this giant pot. He was making this from scratch, and he still is, just now in more massive production. Still very small business, and I can't wait for him to go mainstream because it is truly an incredible hot sauce. So if you just want to buy the hot sauce, you're going to get an incredible hot sauce, and you'll be supporting his small business, which will help his family as well. I'll drop it here. Highly recommend it. And if you can't click the hyperlink like on TikTok, you can just go to Maddie. So sorry, Maddie's with an S, MATTYS, hot sauce. So Maddie's hot sauce.com. That's the website. You will not be disappointed. You can either directly donate to the GoFundMe to help his child, and all the explanations are there. And again, this is not a scam. You're getting it from me. This is a real person. I know him. He's also an incredible musician, and he has this amazing hot sauce. So you guys can either buy the hot sauce or donate directly. And any donation helps. And already a lot of money is actually being raised. So thank you so much for everybody who donated and supported. I think that's it for that. If you guys want to follow me across platforms, it's Danny Goler, DANNY GOLER, on TikTok and Instagram. It's Goler Danny. Just swap them basically. If you want to follow me on X, if you want to follow me on Twitch, it's LaserX83. And if you want to follow me on YouTube, it's Dango Thoughts, DANGO Thoughts. And you can also follow my new show on Spotify called 0 to 1 with Danny Goler, from Earthbound Minds to Cosmic Citizens. 0 to 1 with Danny Goler for short. And that show specifically going to be dealing with the future of humanity and how we're preparing for it. What does that mean conceptually, physically, mentally, spiritually? And I'm going to have a lot of very fascinating people on that show. Andres Gomez is coming to be on that show this week. I'm going to be shooting the episode this week. It's going to be released in a couple of weeks. And what else? You can get some of the merch on YouTube on Dango Thoughts. We have the designs for Code of Reality designs, and also for Human First. Human First is our campaign to encourage us treating each other as humans first before any political affiliation or any conviction about the world. Highly recommend, and this is a really cool design that you guys can rock that expresses that sentiment. You can check out codeofreality.com, codeofreality.com, which is our website where you have the lasers and the protocols and everything else. Ciela, welcome to being a member. Huge welcome, and please come join the members live in a moment. What else? If you still want to donate to the film, we're in post-production now. The film is incredible. Aaron Venden is an absolute master of his craft, the director of the film. You can click on the link, the second link in the description of this video, of this live right now, and you have the trailer of the movie, or you can just search for it. You just search for The Discovery on my channel, Dango Thoughts on YouTube. And in the description of that trailer, you'll have the GoFundMe page where you can go and donate to the film. If you donate over $1,000, which is a huge donation, but if you do, you will automatically be added to the list of people who are going to see the movie, everybody together at the same time as a world premiere for the first time ever. And it's going to include Q&A. I think it's a really, really cool reward. And if not, don't worry. Of course, any donation helps, and you will see the film, and you would know that you contributed to it. You would really enjoy it. Aaron is just amazing. Also, a huge shout out to Chris Paris, our producer, who's also an editor on the film, just like Aaron, and our cinematographer Joshua Fisher. Also, a huge thank you always to David Carter, my partner in Code of Reality, for helping me bringing this thing to life and what it is. Thank you so much, Carmelo, our software engineer. There's a lot of people to mention all the time who built. Oh yeah, Veilbreak.ai, VEILBREAK.ai. I think I spelled it correctly, but just veil, like lifting the veil. Veilbreak.ai, Veilbreak, all one word. This is the place where you can go and share your protocols. Actually, Brandon, if you're still here, please, even if you failed, write the protocol, everything you used, all the details are there of how to do that, and the substances, the quantities, and everything, and how it went. Didn't succeed? Great. We want to hear about it too. And you can see other protocols as well. All the details are there. I think we covered everything. I hope to see everybody here in the members live in a moment. I want to acknowledge our incredible moderator, Guru. Thank you so much, brother. Let me put it right here, Veilbreak.ai. Oh, there you go. Guru, our moderator on YouTube and Discord. Oh, come join our Discord. Of course, like-minded people who are sharing these ideas, come join Discord. Just search for Core, C-O-R, or Code of Reality on Discord. You'll find us. Also, the links are on my page here in the link tree on TikTok, and also on YouTube on the main page where you can find the links. So go ahead and join our Discord community, and Guru is our moderator also on Discord. Thank you so much, Chris, as well, who's not with us today, but he is also a moderator. And thank you so much for an incredible audience that makes this channel what it is. Thank you so much. If you're a new listener, old listener, I appreciate you. Without you, this channel is really nothing. Even if we don't always agree, even if we debate, it's awesome. That's what this channel is here to do, to create a healthy conversation on topics that we all care about. So, human first, everybody. Hashtag human first. Love you guys. I'll see you in the members live in a few minutes. Peace and love for now. Good night, everyone, and see you tomorrow. Ciao. Have a good night, guys. See the members in a moment.